It has been a long 2 years for the family of U.S. Marine veteran Trevor Reed. He was once a presidential guard with the Marines, a highly coveted position. While visiting his girlfriend in Moscow, police took Reed, who'd been drinking at a party, to sober up back at a police station. Russian intelligence then would later come in and question him and then charge him with assaulting an officer. Skeptics say the charges were a Russian ruse, and Reed has become a pawn. President Biden raised Reed's plight during his summit with President Putin, but Reed remains behind bars. Reed's father, Joey, spent a year in Russia trying to free his son, to no avail. He and his wife, Paula, continue asking the White House for help, and both of them join me now. Great to have you both. I appreciate your time. Joey, bring us up to date right now. What's the latest on where Trevor is? Because I understand he's been moved.
Thank you for having us. Yes, last week, a week from today, he was, a week ago today, he was moved from his prison in Moscow to somewhere, we think, in Mordovia. At least that's what the Russian media is reporting. And but we don't know for sure, and the United States Embassy hasn't been able to find out his location.
It sounds like it's essentially a gulag that they've taken him to. I also understand that he has COVID and is still recovering from it. Paula, are you able to communicate with him at all?
No, not at this time. The last time we talked to him was the Thursday before he left, and we've been told not to expect to have any contact with him while he's in transit. And once he gets there, that he would have to probably do some quarantining. So we can't talk to him, and obviously we're concerned about his health.
How do you talk
we know
to
he
him?
was complaining of chest pain, mostly through letters, but he has been calling us every other Thursday for 14 minutes, and that was the last time I got to talk to him before he left.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Paula. How is he doing?
That's okay. So he's having chest pains and still coughing, and also on top of that, he was having abdominal pains the day before they left.
Okay, let's talk about the summit, because this situation with Trevor did come up. What have you heard, if anything, from the White House?
Well, we talk to the State Department each week, and so far we haven't really heard anything as far as what's going on, but we're still hopeful that what President Putin said would happen, that the Foreign Ministry and the State Department would work on this issue, and that he was open to negotiations, and President Biden essentially said the same thing, so we're still very hopeful.
Trevor essentially stood guard at the White House, protecting the president, and you were there at the White House with a sign asking for help. Are you surprised you haven't heard from President Biden or President Trump before that?
No, and he didn't work at the White House. He worked at Camp David. He stood guard at Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C. for a year and a half, and then he worked for over a year at Camp David. But yeah, we never heard anything from President Trump or Secretary Pompeo. We've spoken directly with Secretary Blinken 6 days after his confirmation, and of course now we've heard President Biden speak about Trevor publicly, which so we're very happy about that. We of course would like to speak to him at some point, but we understand the president's a busy man.
Paula,
Yes,
as a mother,
he's busy as long as
Yeah, as a mother, what has this been like for you to go through?
Well, obviously it's been very rough, very difficult. I have better days than have good days, bad days, but it's been hard on our entire family, our extended family as well, and Trevor's sister too. So you just kind of take it one day at a time and just deal with what's going on on that day.
All right, Joey and Paula Reed, parents of Trevor Reed, thank you so much both for joining us. We'll continue to hope for the best, and we'll see you soon.